How we doing this morning, guys? How are we doing? Um, I wanted to talk yet again, beating a dead horse, but still gonna do it. Um, let's talk a little bit more about cause and effect, but let's do it. Let's do it in a more eye-opening way. All right? Can we at least try to do that? Oh, look at my shirt. Look, there we go. Better, better. Okay. Um, let's use cause and effect in such a way that it forces you to take accountability for your life. And maybe, just maybe, by doing so, it can give you a little bit of peace. It can open up your mind a little bit, and it might change the way you treat people. Maybe. Let's find out. So, what if I told you that one thing undeniably that spirituality, really every practice, whether it's religious or spiritual or whatever, um, what if I told you the one thing that absolutely all of them get right is the lesson of accountability? Would that be shocking? But what if I told you that a lot of religions and a lot of spiritual teachings teach it in a way that you do one or two little things, right? And they make you feel good about that. Okay, you're good, but are you? Are you really? Because the situation one ends up in is a result of the choices they have made in this life, right? How's it going? It's the result of the choices that they make. So, indeterminately, determinately, you can venture a guess, a very sound guess at that accountability for one's actions is necessary to move your life forward in a positive manner, not necessarily a spiritual or religious like oh, kind of thing, right? Not like that, but more of you're centered, you're balanced, you're more secure in who you are because you're making those choices that you know deep in your heart need to be made, right? By way of which you can lie to yourself and convince yourself that you're making the right choices, even though you're making those choices for somebody else and they are benefiting off of them, and you are the one that is actually carrying the bag. You are the one that is not moving forward. You are the one that is sinking into quicksand, right? It's these choices that we make. It's not that person's fault that you made the choice to satisfy them instead of yourself, because we're taught not to be selfish. But why is that? Why are we told not to be selfish? Maybe, just maybe, just maybe, the people that came up with these things came up with them so just like the 1% do to us today, they could walk all over you and you would keep your mouth shut and keep letting them do it. Keep letting them have their way. Think about it. To where if you are a more active participant in your own life, right? A more active participant. You are not necessarily making any choice determinately for somebody else. You are only making the choices for yourself. And if it benefits somebody along the way, so be it. If it benefits the people in your general vicinity, so be it. It's not narcissistic, it's not selfish to focus on yourself. It is a determinate need for you to love yourself and put yourself first. Remember what I always say. I did kind of trail off at the last part because shit worked its course. I'm more myself again than I've ever been in years. 12-step program works, and you don't need to be an addict to use it. You just need to be accountable, and you need to be an active participant in your own life, and you need to show up, and you need to not make excuses and not blame somebody else. You need to put that shit on your shoulders in order to move your life forward, because no one else can save you but you. It doesn't matter what situation you come from. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. The only person that can save you is you. But that requires you to get up, stop blaming other people, realize that it's based off of the choices that you've made, and move forward. Being comfortable, being secure, being right-minded, we'll say, accepting the responsibility of where you've placed yourself. That way you can clear the fucking muck and start doing better for yourself. You don't need spirituality for this. You don't need religion for this. You just need yourself, and you need to show the fuck up for yourself. Remember what I say. If you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. If you can't protect yourself, you can't protect anybody else. You're just pretending. You're wearing masks. You're playing role. That's all. Show up for yourself. Do better for yourself. That way you can look in the mirror and see this shit works. And then by you putting yourself first, but not selfishly, mind you. This is just things like getting up on time, being responsible, always taking a shower, always doing the shave, always, however you see you looking at your best and acting. Be who you see yourself to be. Be who you know yourself to be. That's the authenticity part. Doesn't matter what anybody else fucking thinks in the world, because they're not the ones that go to sleep with you at night. Even your husband or your wife doesn't even go to sleep with you at night. You fall asleep with yourself. You fall asleep with that guilt. You fall asleep with that hate. You fall asleep with that love. No one else. No one else. And don't ever lie to yourself and think differently. So everything boils down to decisions you have made for whatever reason, whether you allowed someone to talk you into it or not. It boils down to decisions you have made in this life. No one else. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. I'll see you guys tonight.